Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. If I sound a bit odd in this video, it's because my throat is a bit dry right now, and also it's first thing in the morning. It's nearly 8 o'clock, I guess, so it's not really that late, or early even. Yeah, it's 18th of September. Did I just already say that? I can't remember now. Bloody hell. That's not great. Or a great start to the video. Yeah, I just felt like doing another video, just random video about stuff. Yesterday was a little bit of a productive day on my end, I guess, I suppose. I just thought to myself logically, seeing as I had these art cards from the Star Wars Battlefront 2 art book thing that my support worker got us for Christmas, either last year or last Christmas or the Christmas before, I can't remember now, which is kind of funny because I've never actually played the newest Battlefront game. I used to play I still actually have the copy of the original game on Xbox. The original Xbox. That's how old I am now. and I still have that, and I remember fondly playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 as well, the original sequel. And then yeah, this one, and maybe even the second one. No, this one, I think the first newer one was just criticised because it was bare bones, but then the sequel was criticised because then when they tried to add stuff, it was all loot box stuff. But I just thought, seeing as I've got all my Black Series figures here, that were better to put these 4 art cards. You know, you've got Endor with an ATST. ATST? AT-ATs are those ones. AT-AT, AT-ST. Anyway, yeah, love this. This is awesome. And then, you know, you've got, yeah, your Hoth with your little sort of fighter thing trying to shoot them. You've got an X-Wing in, like, a desert. I just assume that's Tatooine. And then you've got, like, your Death Star. Well, not Death Stars, Star Destroyers. Hashtag fake fan. You know, I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, clearly. And then you look at, like, the fact that I've got quite a few Black Series figures. I know it's not the biggest collection of Black Series figures, but to be fair, I think I started collecting them back in, like, 2020, so literally 2 years of collecting, and I've nearly got double digits, or hitting double digits, or maybe 10, depending if you include Grogu as an action figure, which I don't know if you do or not, but yeah. Hopefully, if I'm lucky enough, my older brother will hopefully be alright with getting us an Aura Singh from Phantom Menace, which is kind of nuts, because then that means that I've got 4 bounty hunters in my collection, which is kind of funny because I've still not got any Sith or any Jedi. Like, I've not got an Obi-Wan, I've not got Darth Vader, I've not got Maul, I've not got Aura Singh, no, not Aura Singh, Aayla Secura, because I really wanted Aayla Secura, because I'll be honest, I don't know why, but I've always found her very an interesting character, like, designed character, I don't know. I mean, weirdly enough, orange is my favourite colour, so why I'm sort of interested in her as a character, I don't know, because obviously she's very blue. Before I forget, I literally just before, oh my god, that's so funny, it's got, like, he's got a tattoo of a duck on the back of him, oh my god, that's hilarious. I just finished building this guy, and there's a little rubber ducky, and it's amazing, and my mum got it from Aldi, because it was cheaper there than B&M, so that's good, and it actually goes quite far, and does actually work, like, it can actually, like, yeah, like, it might go side to side a bit, like, lean a bit towards one side a bit more than the other, but it's still funny, and he also comes with some hair, or a hair piece, instead of just the helmet. If you're wondering why there's, like, an orange tinge to the video, it's because I've got my light on in the room, but if I didn't have that on, it would be really, really sort of grey, darky colour, I guess. I still haven't opened the blinds. Well, I say that as though I opened the blinds. I've opened them maybe 2 to 4 times since I've been here. Not much, but to be fair, I am on the ground level, so, like, you know, if I have them open, then as soon as anyone walks past the house, then they see my room, and I'd rather people didn't, because I'm a weirdo, and I don't want everyone to know that. So, yeah. I recently I've changed some of these shelves about, or added some stuff and changed things around. I guess the biggest thing you might notice that's missing is the Marvel Select Hulk. I do still obviously own that. I just don't have it on the shelf. I have it in the toy box now. Yeah, so now I guess you've only got the four Marvel characters. You got Peter B. Parker up here, Ant-Man, Marvel Select, another Marvel Select. No, Marvel Legends, I think. Marvel Legends, Peter B. Parker, Marvel Legends, Ant-Man, and definitely Marvel Legends, She-Hulk. Marvel Select, on the other hand, I've got Deadpool here with the like stand and all that other stuff. And then the Marvel Select Hulk, as I said just a minute ago, or a moment ago, is in the toy box. And then I think I've got a Marvel Select Captain Peggy Carter, so I've got like 6 Marvel characters as action figures. I've not got a lot, but then again, to be fair, I think I've only got like 4 DC characters. I've got Polka Dot Man, I've got Peacemaker, I've got Wonder Woman, and I've got Supergirl, and that's it. Like 4 from various, 2 from like the, you know, sort of the Suicide Squad wave of action figures, and then obviously the other 2 are just random DC Select or DC whatever the equivalent of like Marvel Select is, but for DC, I guess. I've added the Inkling on the shelf because I just thought, seeing as her hand sort of broke and needed to be glued back on, I thought it made more sense to keep her here than in a box full of lots of other action figures that then might damage the action figure again. I've also added Finnick Shand because I got her from Cosmic Toys for 18 quid. Bargain, I think. Loose, but so she didn't come in the box when it came here, but he does bubble wrap the figures a lot and puts them in a plastic bag with the accessories, wraps them a lot in bubble wrap, and then in lots of polystyrene in a box, in a cardboard box to you. So again, they're not going to get damaged, and she still included the sort of big rifle she came with and the helmet as well, even though I accidentally may have damaged part of the helmet, which I'm a bit annoyed about. The only other thing I've added to the collection, as I say, in recent times since my last like action figure collection video-y thing that I did maybe, is a sort of parallel Earth Cybersman, I guess. Found that at Cherry Shop, not brand new, but pre-loved, I suppose, or loose, like the Finnick Shand, I suppose, but for $9.99, which I thought was a bargain. The reason why I thought I'd buy that is because although I do have quite a few Cybermen, it's a case of back in the other place we used to live in, they were on shelves and then they never got dusted and not light exposure, and they got yellowed, and if not that, then they got all mouldy and really dusty and mouldy and dusty in all the different joints and stuff. So a lot of them are just really grimy to touch, and also just have like a layer of dirt between like their arm and the, you know, in the joints, as I say. So like there there'd be like a layer of dust. So like you try and move it and it's just like loads of dust would just go on the arm, or just look grimy and just not great basically. So yeah, you've kind of got your 2 from Series 2, your 3 or 2 from Series 3, and then you've got 1 from Series 4, sort of repping the sort of David Tennant era, which then leads into the Jodie Whittaker era, which is kind of ironic because that's kind of like a continuation of the Tennant era, I suppose. No shiny Paul McGann figure there, unfortunately. The new B&M set still haven't come out, even though, as I just said earlier, it's the 18th of September, and we're supposed to be getting them in September, but at this point I think it's going to be beginning of October, I think, early October, sort of first week of October, hopefully. But yeah, weird, I I've noticed as well, like Phoenix Shand is a lot smaller than the other figures in the Black Series. But then again, I guess the armor is a bit smaller, or quite a bit smaller than Mando and the other figures. But yeah, Phoenix Shand is the smallest. I don't know if that's accurate to like Ming-Na Wei's height or not, but yeah. I took a picture of Jodie, the one in the TARDIS, and K9 yesterday. That was fun. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's just in my mind, she's so fizzing with so much energy. I just think she would be amazing with K9 as a character. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if K9's going to pop up in the Centenary. That would be amazing. I am happy that Ace is back. I don't really care too much that Janet Fielding as Tegan is back, because I'll be honest, I don't really care about. I don't really like her character that much. I'm not massive into the Peter Davison era of the show, I suppose, so that's probably why. But you've got the shiny K1 robot. That's awesome. Just need to find out some place or some time to shoot it. I've added some Daleks down there. I've added the Supreme Dalek from Day of the Daleks, and then the Gunmetal Grey Dalek from Planet. So now on the shelves there are at least 4 Daleks, I guess. 2 on the 70s shelf, or 2 on the Pertwee area, 1 on the Tom Baker one, depending on... There's the thing, do you count Davros as a Dalek or not? Because I mean, I guess from the sort of bottom to the sort of waist, yes, but from the waist up he's, well, that. So, you know, what is he? Does he count as half a Dalek? I don't know. And then you've got the Reconnaissance Dalek. Is it called the Reconnaissance Dalek? Right at the back there, and that, so that's kind of cool. If you move over here, you've got... I've got this one as well, this Dalek, which is one of the few sort of big chunky Daleks that I've got in my collection still. I traded in the rest for Cosmic Toys, because obviously it's an older, less superior version or design of the sort of golden bronze Daleks, and I've got a lot of golden bronze Daleks without including these ones, the chunky ones. So, I think I said in my Dalek collection update video, I can't remember now, as I haven't really watched that video back since I uploaded it, but to the channel. But I think I mentioned that I'm trading in figures in that video anyway, and a lot of them were these ones, these sort of older, chunky Dalek designed golden bronze Daleks. Although to be fair, a lot of them were also the Paradigm Daleks, which is a shame really, because as toys they work really well, and I did like the look of some of them, but again it was just a case of they were way too dusty and that, and so who knows, in the future I might try and track down the Paradigm Daleks again, or at least maybe 1 or 2, maybe like the Supreme and like the Scientist, because again I love Orange, although the Scientist might be a bit difficult to track down because he's like was exclusive to like that one pack with Matt Smith without a jacket on and just the sort of red shirt, striped shirt. But this one's rare, I think, because it's got the Dalek mutant reveal thing, which I love the fact that in the B&M sets they've kind of done a nice callback to this design in so much as OLED / toy, I guess, because we've got, well, I guess they kind of did that with the Reconnaissance Dalek. Like, that's a callback to that Dalek design, I guess. And then also the fact that now you've got this one as well. So we've kind of got like the classic series, the sort of new but slightly oldish Doctor Who now, you know, if you're in your 20s, you grew up with the Eccleston Tennant stuff, which I guess if you're a teen now is old Doctor Who. God, that makes me want to blow my brains out. But then in the newest iteration of the Dalek, you've also got like the mutant sort of thing and that. So that's, you've got at least like 3 generations covered with that sort of design and that. And I think that's kind of neat and really cool and neat. You know, that character did that. You know, they don't have to do that. The only Paradigm that I have still kept in the collection is this sort of really awesome speckled stone Dalek from Big Bang, or Pandora Opens Big Bang, you know, which I think is probably one of Stephen Moffat's better series finales. That and World Enough and Time That Falls, of course, but I think they're, yeah, ironically, his first two-part finale and his last two-part finale, I think, are easily his best finales in his tenure personally, but I know most people might disagree with that, but most people can suck a dick. But yeah, I just think as a figure, this is just mad. You know, all the speckled effect and the detail, and this one works better if it is dusty. So, I've also still got the Daleks, the Ironside Daleks, which I would like to see pop up once again. I find it highly unlikely that they ever will, but they were very specific, or they're very specific to a time period. So, but yeah, yeah. I mean, Victory of the Daleks is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I don't think it's the best story ever, but again, I think it's just a fun summer blockbuster of a Doctor Who story. That's how I describe it in my mind. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the video now, so yeah, thanks for watching, please do comment, rate and subscribe to the channel.